What up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Saturday. And today I'm talking to you guys about this seemingly little-known flick that just came out of nowhere from ETR Media called She Came from the Woods. Cruelest summer ever. I got all kinds of camp vibes going on with my Ringer tea today. Now, this one, again, kind of came out of nowhere, and I watched it last night. And this is a 2022 film. It's a supernatural 80s style, 80s inspired campfire tale slasher starring Cara Bono from Stranger Things, who plays Mrs. Wheeler, who's a badass in everything she does. And so, I just picked this up during subscriber week, and my buddy Jordan and I were doing the live stream and going through the partner label stuff, and he was like, dude, check this one out. And it was this movie, and it was like an instant buy for me, and I watched it last night. So I want to give you guys my thoughts how to get this, where to get it, because it is still available, but it's seemingly super limited, so I jump on it quick. But if you know nothing about this movie, check this out.
Hey, buddy! No. Hey, drop the fucking car, man!
It's pizza time!
Hey, man, don't
You must be
keep the car running! People are dead, you fucking idiot! You have the faintest idea what you've done. I didn't get the fucking picture! Ah! What does she want? Hang it straight!
So you see a little snippet there. Now, I had a lot of fun with this. It's not a perfect movie. Again, it's like an 80s inspired, almost like a witch ghost tale, campfire story. This thing is a 2K scan. It was a 2022 film, so it was direct to digital. There was no cleaning or anything on that. And it looked okay. I thought some of the color palettes were really strong. Some of the campfire scenes, the fire scene looked really, really, really good. Pop. But some of the other scenes looked a little flat to me. There was some blurriness. I'm not really a stickler about that stuff, but just so you guys know, again, it is a 2K scan, high definition Blu Ray, and it looked okay. I didn't think it looked amazing. Like I said, some of like the fireside scenes looked a lot better than some of the other scenes. But anyway, so the movie's called She Came from the Woods. Now, before I get into my thoughts, let me show you guys where to get this thing, etc. Now, if you head over to Vinegar Syndrome, head over to the partner labels. This thing is still available. However, it is super limited. So you guys can see right here. Unfortunately, the slip cover is sold out. And what I think was, no matter, you can look at this in a number of ways, but I think the fact that this slip was super limited, I have it, so that makes it super cool for me. But there were only 500 slips on this one. 500. That is like wildly limited, and I get this is a new movie, and I'm sure we'll get another release down the line, but this is the only, it still came out almost 4 years ago at this point, and this is the only way to own this thing on physical media, it's my understanding. So it is cool that this got a release. I enjoyed the movie, and it was a super limited slip. So, if you're, you didn't get it, it kind of sucks, but it is cool to have a limited slip on that. But again, the movie's still available. And I think even if you didn't get the slip, you should grab the standard because it was a rad film. And, I would catalog it, man. Just grab the standard. Again, the slip is sold out. But if you just want to see it, just want to catalog it, again, this is the only way to own this movie, to my understanding. So I would jump on it. So anyway, there you see that limited slip. You see that standard edition. There are 232 left. I think it started with 1,000. Let's take a look. I don't know exactly how many total. It does say that the slip was limited to 500. I think it was 1,000. So either way, I mean, 1,000 copies total on disc for a movie that came out 4 years ago. That's pretty limited, man. I mean, I would jump on this thing no matter how you can get it. I'm psyched about this. So anyway, so She Came from the Wood. You see my subscriber price there. 232 left. Now, this is a standard Blu-ray, like I said. It is a 2K high definition scan. The limited and the standard, you get the same exact disc, so I wouldn't balk at that. And so in 1987, a group of counselors accidentally unleashed decades-old evil on the last night of summer camp. As the situation turns bloody, the group is forced to confront what stories are worth telling and what secrets are worth keeping. Now, like I said, this is a 2022 film. It overstays its welcome a little bit at 107 minutes, but it's a lot of eye candy in this, so don't feel like you're going to be like laboring through it. It's a fun movie, truly. Also, William Sadler's in it, so you got a nice cast. It's a region-free Blu-ray. You got an audio commentary on there. You got a behind-the-scenes featurette. I did not watch any of the extras on this. That wasn't really my intention with getting the movie. I might still at some point, but I haven't yet. And so that's kind of like, if you are still interested in getting the movie, hop on over to Vinegar Syndrome because it is available over there. But let me give you my thoughts. Now, again, I have a whole ton of notes here. I think I'm just going to kind of go off the cuff because this thing was, I had some mixed reviews on IMDb before I even watched it, and I enjoyed it a lot. I think that the 80s vibe was okay. I didn't think they really hit home on the 80s vibe. They're at the camp, they got the ringer teeth, they got the polos, a lot of high, tight shorts. And some of the dialogue felt very cheesy, very 80s, which I enjoyed. It's very over the top. It never took itself too seriously, and it really did its best to pay homage to the 80s slashers. I mean, this thing was so over the top, and I think that while it didn't do an amazing job, it kept it entertaining, if that makes sense. It was like a so bad it's good kind of thing, and the good was really good for me. So there was a lot of gore, I'll say that, which, again, even if you didn't love the plot, which was kind of shitty and stupid, the villain, Agatha the Witch, was excellent. Okay, she was like creepy as fuck, and I mean that. Some of her scenes where you still don't really know what's going on. There's one scene in particular with her hand. That's all I'll say, which like totally gave me the heebie-jeebies. It totally was creepy as hell. But like I said, the dialogue was pretty crappy, but it never takes itself too seriously. But the highs of this movie were really good. It was really creepy, and it was really scary. There's some excellent gore scenes, and the movie kind of had this one scene where it kind of like flips, and you're like, oh shit. Although it is a little long, right? It doesn't ever like feel like you're laboring through it, and I mean that. There's a lot of eye candy, a lot of pretty women, a lot of good looking dudes, a lot of edge and spice. So again, it's a neat little flick. It's got so much of what I appreciate about camp and cheese. Never takes itself too seriously. It kind of allows you to just like tune out, and just watch some slasher fun. But the plot, again, like the biggest downside of this movie, for me, it was an absolute mess. I don't really know what they were going for. There's still a lot of stuff that didn't really make sense to me in that regard, but it's like an 80s inspired slasher. There's camp counselors the last night of camp partying, trying to get crazy, and they accidentally bring back this old campfire tale at Camp Briarbrook of Agatha the Witch, and she starts kind of picking off people. There's also some like weapons vibes in here because the kids of the camp play a big role in the movie. I'm not going to tell you too much more on it, but I think it accomplished what it was trying to do as far as being an 80s slasher. And it's a fun time, but there's a lot of plot holes and there's a lot of stuff that just didn't make sense. But I enjoyed it, man. I really did, and I think that they did a great job with Agatha, the witch, the villain. Like I said before, she was super creepy. So the movie She Came from the Woods, I recommend it, man. If nothing else, it's just a good time. I would check it out. Pretty cool artwork on the slip. And so, yeah, definitely check it out, guys. Let me know in the comments if you guys have seen it, if you're interested in seeing it. Maybe you got your copy in the mail. But overall, it was a good time. I had fun with it. It's a lot of eye candy, a lot of like you can tune out and just watch some fun slashery goodness, supernatural slashery goodness. And so that's that. Yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out. But the movie She Came from the Woods, Carabono, Stranger Things, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.